Hey y'all, it's your boy Davian. Welcome to my channel. You guys see the title, so you guys know what we're here to talk about. If you're interested, then stay tuned. I want to say hello to all my new subscribers. Welcome to Conscious TV. I just got finished meditating. I'm sitting on the floor of my living room, and I'm waiting for my ex-boyfriend to come. He just wants to stop by for whatever reason. One of my subscribers sent me a video. I forgot the YouTuber's channel. It's a woman, and I don't even think she does face videos. I think she does like audio videos or whatever. And she was talking about, Justin J, and she was just saying how she, just basically feel like him coming out and announcing that he's HIV positive, that he should have been more in depth. He should have been a lot more forthcoming, a lot more detailed. Now, if you look at her comment section, she got a lot of slack for that. And then as I was watching her video, a lot of other YouTubers popped up in my suggestions. And apparently there is a small group of YouTubers who just feel like Justin J did not divulge a lot of information. He didn't get into how he contracted it, when he contracted it, how long he's had it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Naturally, you're going to be curious as to how something like this happened and what somebody's story is. And we're used to hearing people's story in full when they out themselves as HIV positive. Like I said, my best friend Aaron Tisdale recently took this courageous step. An article was written up about him that I posted in the description bar in the last video I did, and he was telling his story and kind of, how this all came about and manifested in his life. And he's going to be starting a YouTube channel and a podcast, and he's going to be also educating and using his experience to inform, other young LGBT people and just people in general. So I really applaud, people for doing that. But as I was watching a lot of the commentary, people were really feeling super fucking entitled to Justin J's, personal life. And I just want to ask, for those of you who feel like Justin J should have given more information and given more background to his situation, bitch, why? 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 Is he fucking you? Are you sucking his dick? Are you eating his ass? Are you doggy styling him? Is he bottoming for you? Why is it significant for you to know the nuance and the ins and the outs of how he contracted HIV? And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of you motherfuckers were super fucking negative. There was a lot of insinuation that him contracting HIV came from him hoeing around. Bitch, I have a godmother who had one night stand with a male friend of hers that she's known for 17 fucking years. They almost essentially grew up together. They both were single. They were both going through, they were both transitioning out of relationships at the time. And they just decided to hook up one night. And they didn't use a condom. They were caught up in the moment and they really trusted each other. And then there was a blood drive at my school at the time, because my godmother worked for the school system at the time, and she donated blood, like the rest of us did, and they called her in, and she was, rendered HIV positive. She then had to call him in. He was tested positive for HIV, and this had been the first time that he had tested for HIV at all. And so he didn't even know that he was carrying the virus. He had no fucking idea. And my godmother is one of the sweetest, most humbled, amazing women that I've ever, had the privilege of knowing and developing a relationship to. And I was absolutely heartbroken that such a innocent moment between two people who have history, two people who know each other, two people who love and support each other. You have almost a 20-year bond between y'all, and one night of pleasure, turned into a situation. Now, there's a lot of people who are going to blame people who have HIV for having HIV. Like, bitch, you should wear a motherfucking condom. But these aren't the only circumstances in which people contract HIV. You can be in a whole monogamous relationship and your partner can be banging and having sex and committing infidelity, like the offsets, like the onsets of the fucking world, you know, and out here banging these hoes, hooking up on the side, not informing your partner, and you can be in a whole marriage, having unprotected sex, and boom, you can contract STDs, STIs of any kind while being in a marriage and or being in a committed relationship. And so with us not knowing how long Justin J has had HIV, when he contracted HIV, I don't even understand why there is even a need to speculate, and why there is even a greater need to go ahead and prejudge him because he's gay. He automatically has to be a hoe. And because he contracted HIV, he definitely automatically has to be a hoe, right? Fucking I think a lot of the commentary is fucking insensitive. It is crazy how entitled you motherfuckers are. I don't know if this tabloid gossip ass culture has really confused people's motherfucking membranes into really believing that people who give you a certain level of visibility and tangibility to them actually owe you the nooks and crevices of their ass crack. Bitch, it doesn't matter if Justin J is a public figure or just a regular smojo working a regular motherfucking 9 to 5. He doesn't owe anybody his story, his paperwork, his motherfucking T-cell count. He don't owe it to tell y'all motherfuckers what medication he's on. He doesn't have to tell you how the fuck he's coping. And I think it's just strange that people could even demonize this man for coming forward with the intention to inform and be a bridge to other people who are not using condoms, who are not protecting themselves, who are not getting tested, who are not being sexually responsible, and demonizing this man, even if all that he gave was a 3-minute fucking video saying, I am HIV positive. Justin J is one less person living in silence and fear and depression because he has HIV. The motherfuckers who y'all need to be talking about are the people who do not inform any fucking body. There are people every fucking day who know they have sex unprotected, do not choose to even get tested, and maybe unintentionally are transferring HIV to other people. There are people who have been locked up over the past 10 years who literally were going on a I'm going to give you HIV crusade. There are men and fucking women who, I remember a story that went viral, what 3 or 4 years ago, of this black girl who was literally, she had hooked up with over, I think 100 plus men with the intention of giving them HIV. I mean, this is the type of insanity that's out here. So for people to take Justin J announcing something that he didn't owe to me, to you, and try to do the right thing, and then to be met with narcissistic, entitled ass motherfuckers who say, oh, bitch, that's not good enough. Bitch, who? Who the fuck are you? Do any of you even have Justin J's phone number? Since so many of you feel entitled to his motherfucking medical records and to the details of his sexual and romantic escapades, do any of you motherfuckers have his number? Do y'all have his address? Are y'all in such close proximity that you can pull up to Justin J's house and have brunch, bitch? Because if not, I'm just trying to understand where the fuck your entitlement comes from. Where does it come from? And do you realize how fucking dumb and stupid you fucking sound, acting like somebody you don't know who chooses to use their platform to whatever discretion and to whatever motivation they fucking see fit owes you something? Bitch, I'm sure your mother don't feel like she even owes your ass anything. But an amen, and I hope God is good to you at this point in your fucking life. How much fucking more does Justin J owe to anybody? And have any of you motherfuckers even given the man time? He just wanted to make a initial fucking statement. I mean, how fucking selfish could you be to be sitting here saying that this man should have gave more? Are you even putting yourself in the shoes of Justin J? Maybe that's all the fuck he had in him to give. Because maybe he's still working through something that he's also trying to be strong-willed about. He can tell his story at whatever time he sees fit, or not at fucking all if he sees fit. Some of you really need to get a fucking life, sweep in front of your own fucking door, and mind your own goddamn business. Mind your own fucking business. It won't cost you nothing, bitch, to mind your fucking business. Bitch, where's your paperwork? Where's your HIV test? Bitch, you want to be all up in the needles and the blood work of another motherfucker, bitch. Where are your receipts? What's your cholesterol level looking like? Do you got diabetes? Oh, let's put a Carfax on you. Have you ever contracted chlamydia, syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes? Have you had your prostate examined? Bitch, when was the last time you had a fucking pep smear? Why are there brown stains in your drawers? You motherfuckers are really sick. Completely fucking vexed by the entitlement and the criticism of a man who did something that he didn't owe to none of y'all motherfuckers. Not none of you. Y'all be so invested in other people's lives, bitch, and y'all ain't even getting y'all own fucking rent paid, bitch. How many of y'all even got medical coverage? How many of y'all even have a fucking savings account? Bitch, how many of y'all even have a prepaid card to load? Bitch, how many of y'all even have a job? How many of y'all even live on your own? How many of y'all are even paying rent or fucking mortgage? Like, I'm just trying to understand how you can feel that fucking entitled to another person's private life. When Justin J announced that he was HIV positive, bitch, that was a privilege. That was a privilege. He privied you to information that he does not owe you. He doesn't owe you. So it's just baffling to me, you know, how fucking nosy and fucking invasive and fucking selfish and emotionally unavailable that some of you fucking are. And some of you are just clear fucking sociopaths. Fucking period. Now, some of you mean well, and some of the videos I watch, I don't feel like everybody had ill intent. I feel like some people were just really curious, but the way that it came off, criticizing this man for not giving you a longer, detailed, more in-depth, unpacked video of his experience and not being understanding of the fact that he can do that in his own time. It was just weird. And I'm not even going to get into you big fucking weirdos because you don't like Justin J were literally gloating at the fact that he announced that he was HIV positive. And just thank God that Justin J is in good fucking spirits. And Justin J is trying to grow and do fucking better. And is he fucking perfect? Absolutely fucking not. But this boy has clearly grown tremendously. And y'all can bring up all the old videos y'all want to of him roasting this one and roasting that one and saying this and saying fucking that. At the end of the goddamn day, I have no idea what the correlation is between him roasting and gagging and reviewing and doing the same shit that every motherfucker on YouTube do. Do you not realize that all of us who give commentary on celebrities or on YouTube rhetoric and fodder, that we're all Justin J's in our own way? So I think it's a very slippery slope when YouTubers start bashing other YouTubers and then correlating how they show up on YouTube to real life situations that happen to them. Because HIV did not pick Justin J out, bitch. HIV can happen to anybody who is actively having sex with anybody. Whether that's your wife, whether that's your husband, whether that's your girlfriend, whether that's your boyfriend, whether that's your cut buddy. HIV is contracted by people from all walks of life who are participating in fucking sex. This is not a disease that is mutually exclusive to a social class, to a certain of community of people under a certain economical condition. This is not about gender. This is not about attractiveness. HIV doesn't give a fuck. It is a sexually transmitted virus. And so I think everybody should be motherfucking careful and tread lightly. Because if you are having sex, even protected sex, condoms break. I try to see things for how they really are and take my personal feelings out of shit. And also just be reminded that being a YouTuber or being someone who has a public platform of any kind, That is not a excuse to be malicious. It's not an excuse to wish death on people. It's not an excuse to just be downright vindictive. It's just not a right. All of us on YouTube were raised by somebody who probably tried to raise us right. I'm just going to assume that most of us were raised by people who intended to raise us right. Therefore, I'm not going to forget that even with the camera in front of my face. Neither does my adulthood afford me the luxury of just being able to be downright evil and fucking malicious just because I want to be. It just seems like people act so responsible and so conscious outside of YouTube, and then they get on YouTube and it seems like they think this is a anything goes dimension. This is still the real world. Your integrity and your character is still on the line. You're a human being who's still going to be judged and still is going to be publicly perceived by the general public. And you have to think about what is the energy and what is the consciousness that your commentary and your opinion comes from. You have to make sure that your verbiage and the way that you construct your opinion for public review comes out the way that it feels to you on the inside. Because I'm just going to go on a stretch because I believe in people that much. And I believe in the good in people that much. And say that some of you who have been really ugly about this situation, I'm going to say y'all probably not even bad people. But there's just a disconnection between the way you show up on social media and the way you show up in your real life. And you might want to bring those things together. Because even though this is virtual reality, it is still your reality. Preserved virtually. So don't think that when you leave social media all of a sudden there's a different air and light about you. If you're perceived as a nasty, drama-filled, arrogant, moronic, idiotic motherfucker online, that's who the fuck you're going to be perceived professionally. That's who the fuck you're going to be perceived spiritually. That's just the way you're going to be fucking perceived. So you guys can comment, rate, share, hit the notification bell, and subscribe. Obviously, give your opinion down below. You know, in the House of Consciousness, we have open dialogue. Everybody is welcome to give their opinion. You guys see that sometimes there are people in my comment section who are also subscribed to me who don't always agree with everything that I say, but we never end up in a tiff. And I want to say that I really applaud you guys. I really applaud my fucking audience for being a really fucking mature audience. It feels so refreshing to be able to communicate to adults and have a difference of opinion and yet still have a conversation that can be productive and where people can still respect each other. And if they have to come to agree and to disagree, do that and do that peacefully. Like, you guys are fucking awesome. And I'm proud because that is the way that I want conversation to be had on my channel. And that is the spirit in which I create my commentary from. Shout out to the Conscious crew. I'm going to get out of here. My ex-boyfriend just texted me and he'll be here in 30 minutes. So I will talk to you guys later.